Alright, now that we got that far, we want to take our pages and decide how we want them. I want this one in the front, I think. Let's make sure it's right side up. It's right side up. Also, I want this one to be at the bottom because I want it to be in the front. And then the rest of them, it doesn't really matter to me. I just want to make sure they're all right side up. And we line them up like so. And before I sew them together, we're going to rough them up. Okay? And just line them up like that. Let me get my lights down here. I didn't realize it was so dark. I'm getting another lamp today for the other side of the table, so that should make it better in the future. Not that that helps now. Okay, I learned this under recommendation from a friend by watching a Louise Heinzel, I believe is how you say her name, video. So I'll link that in the description box, but just beat up on it. See, you can already see it starting to just beat up on it. And she uses a hammer. I don't have a hammer on me, so I'm just gonna use the side of my scissors here and just beat up on it. I'm not going to do the spine because I want that to be easy to sew. Turn it around so it beats up differently. I didn't watch the whole video through yet, but I got this far. And then there's another technique which I think is in the video, but I already knew that I'm going to do and show you. Where you take your scissors, which by the way that hurts. Take your scissors or a knife or whatever you got and you just scrape it across. And again, you want to do it both ways. Just make it look dirty and beat up. Now that's what I'm going for, is the old beat up look. May not be what you want, and that's okay. Don't do that. Skip this step. Trying to get all the pages, which is a little harder to do, but we're getting there. Try not to scrape yourself like I just did. It kind of hurts. Line it up as best you can so you get all the pages at once. And you can go back over this with more ink if you want. I'm not gonna. But I am gonna do something else. I'm gonna take my blade, not this one, because this one doesn't have much blade left in it. See, I gotta replace that one. Take this one. Put a good amount of it out. And be extremely careful while you're doing this, please. Don't cut yourself. I'm just gonna hit the paper sideways, up and down. Try to keep your fingers away from it. I'm not doing a very good job of that. Just gives it a few cuts and nicks. And you see, you can do that with a blade too. It goes a little easier. And something else you can do to give it a worn look. Make sure you keep it in a pack like this. Otherwise your pages are going to look funky once you do this. But just roll it up in different ways and fold it and, you know, make it look good and gunked up. Give it a crease or two here and there. I want this to look like something I found in the desert, to be honest with you. Alright, see, and it's not, doesn't affect the writability of the pages or anything like that. But then I'm just going to get my tools. I'm going to use this sandy brown. And I'm going to need my awl. I always need my pliers for this. Snip, snips. And a needle. Now you can use whatever needle you want to. I am going to use this one. Sometimes I do use these big blue ones. It puts a giant hole in the paper. Sometimes that's what I want. Today that is not what I want, so that is not what I'm using. And you'll just you'll get your string, measured out roughly 1, 2, 3, snip, snip, drop that in, put your thread in your needle as best you can, because I don't have needle threader on me right now. Get your awl. Go to your center page. Oh, still no. There we go. And be careful. You can do this while you hold it. You should use a template, but I'm not going to. Not this time. I'm only going to put 3 holes in today. Okay. And then we're going to sew her up. I go in from the outside, because then it doesn't leave the knot in the middle of the book and cause more stuff inside, I guess is the way I want to say it. I don't know. It doesn't make it any thicker with the knot being on the outside. And I like to sew my pages before I sew them into the book. It's just a personal preference. A lot of people don't, and that's okay too. Out through the inside and then in through the outside. Maybe. Make sure you know where all your holes are, apparently. I don't know where this one is. There it goes. And then in, or yeah, in. And then I like to take and tighten it down every step of the way, because I always end up with way too much thread in one spot every time. Careful that you don't unravel yourself, like I nearly did. Now here's what you're going to find. No matter how many holes you do, it's an odd number of holes. So what you're going to find, usually, is that you go in at the same spot you went out. Or, yeah, at the same spot you went in the first time. And to keep yourself from... Oh, that's too much. Here, tag that out. Pull some of that back out. Yeah, try not to get it back inside your thread, because that will always cause you problems. Anyway, what I was saying is it will come out that you're pulling your string into the same hole that you pulled it into the first time. And you can't tie a knot that way, right? What is going on? You can't tie a knot that way. It doesn't work. It's a horrible thing. Don't do it. Right? So what you want to do... I'll show you real quick. Maybe it'll be real quick. Is make sure you didn't put your needle into your thread this time. Go in, tighten everything up a little bit, go out one hole away. Instead of going out here, go out here. Okay, see your excess thread is up here on the top hole. So instead of going out at the next hole down, like would make sense, you go out at the furthest hole down, or the hole after that. If you have more than 3 holes, no, you don't want to go all the way to the end, but and then go back in. See, at the middle hole, and by now you're running out of string. That's okay. That works out in our favor, I promise. And then go back out at the hole where your excess hole thread is. And tighten everything down real tight. And tie it off. Waxed thread, it doesn't want to cooperate with me. Tie it off, and then you snip off your excess, but not too close. You don't want to snip it off too close. Probably use scissors that work instead of these. These don't seem to work. And there we have a sewed signature, and I will find a piece of paper to use as a cover here in a little bit, but first I'm going to put my ephemera in it. Okay, so I don't know if I'm going to use all of the ephemera, so let's find the pieces that I know for a fact I'm going to use. Like this scarab. We know we're going to use this scarab. I love this scarab. So I'm going to take my glue. Zoom in a little bit so I can see a little better. I didn't end up needing my pliers this time. Yay! So I'm going to take this glue. And I'm going to go here. And I'm going to fold this piece down. And then I'm going to glue on this surface. And then I'm going to fold this piece over there. Get my bone folder and burnish it out so that it remains stuck down. Got a little piece that wants to come up. Put some more glue on it. I'm going to trim this bottom bit right here off. See it? Because I don't like it overlapping like that. Okay, so I know I'm going to use that. Actually, I'm probably going to use most of these pockets like this. So let's go ahead and glue them all together. Trim them all down. In a way that I like. This is not a step you have to do. If you don't mind it, leave it. It's fine. Set the tags off to the side. They're done. There's nothing else for me to do with those. Here's another pocket. Fold it over. Bone folder to furnish it. Ooh, that one, I folded that one crooked. Goodness gracious. This is why you use a ruler when you're trying to put your score lines down, or a scoreboard, or any number of things. Anything you want. This is good as is. This is good as is. This is good. This is good. This is good. This one needs glue. Okay. Then we've got everything glued to itself as it should be, except for that big envelope that I'm not convinced I'm going to use, so I'm not going to mess with it. I'll turn it into something cool for Valentine's Day, since that's right around the corner. I know you think that's weird, but it's okay. Oops. See? Need to glue down pieces that didn't glue. Okay, now we've got all our ephemera right there. We're going to start on this front page, and this front page is going to be a description of the desert, so I want to leave this just like it is. That'll make it easier for me to put down. Make it easier for me to put down the description. Now over here, I want to put what's in the shop, and I like this right here. Doesn't the shop occasionally have, oh, there's more than just the shop. Oh, goodness. Okay, so I'm going to put this pocket down, because I feel like there's going to be something that I need, some kind of extra bit in the shop section. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but I'm sure there's going to be something that I need an extra piece for. So we're going to glue that pocket in. Leave these pages like they are. Let's go ahead and add in another pocket, but make it this one over here in the corner. And because of the nature of this pocket, we can make it a pocket with a pocket. Just glue it on 3 sides. Doof it down right there in the corner. A little crooked, but you know what? It's okay. We found it in the dirt, right? This one actually can get another pocket. I'm gonna put another pocket right there. Open up. There's enough space at the bottom of this that I'm going to go ahead and put this another pocket right here. Boy, that stands out. It's too clean. I may spritz it. Wow, why isn't my glue holding? More glue then. I wonder if there's something about... There can't be something about the ink that makes the glue not want to hold. That doesn't make any sense. And if you're saying, oh, well, the other pockets held. Nah. No, they didn't. Just follow the lines. Look at that. Makes such pretty colors. That's why I like Distress Oxide. They make such pretty colors when they interact with other things. Let's make sure these pockets held. That one held. Okay. No. We're just gonna hold that for a second. Are you kidding me? You know what? Break out the big guns. Breaking out the big guns, because this ain't working. Peel that off. It'll be fine. What's the worst that can happen? It looks like it's dirty or old and torn. It's kind of what I'm going for, so... Flatten my page back out enough that I can put my pocket back on. Hold down Eileen for a minute here. Eileen's. Tacky glue. Yeah, it's a dirty bottle. I need to wash it off. So that's going to take it a bit to dry. And it means that we have residue, which is what this is for. This is a residue eraser. Once it's dry, you just rub it over the area like a regular eraser, and it gets rid of the glue residue. Howdy, this glue's everywhere. Let it dry. Okay, let's glue this one back down again. Lesson learned. That bottle of glue does not have the right glue. That's one of those where I've got the old school glue in it. I have a few of those still floating around. Okay, now, moving on. This page here, I'm going to, instead of making it a pocket, I'm going to make it a flip out. I'm going to use this, which I'm also going to make a pocket. All the pieces of stuff I can fit in here, the better. That way I can take notes about what's working for me, what's not, what I have and haven't done over the course of my gameplay. I'm going to put this one in the center here. Center-ish. Got to use a little less glue, Nate. So fearful that it won't stick down now. I'm using too much glue. Look at all that extra glue. Just wipe it down as best you can. It'll change the color some on your page, and that's, in my opinion, okay. See, you can see it's already changing the color, and I think that looks cool. It makes it look kind of water stained in some spots. I like that. You can get a water mister after this thing later. Okay, we got that. That page is good to go. What are we gonna do here? Is this where I want to put the big tag? No, I'm gonna put the big tag somewhere else. What do I want to do here? What do I want to do here? Pardon me. I think I'm gonna make some. No. Yes. I'm gonna make some stacked pockets. I want to cut. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna cut it. I am gonna take this though and put it here. I am gonna cut. I got that one, and then this one. I'm gonna make thumb holes, and then cut it. Probably not down the middle, but that's okay. So we're going to take this one, and we're going to glue it on 3 sides, with hopefully just a little less glue, because my fat fingers still want to squish on this glue bottle too much. Let's see, did I get it this time? Better. There's still a couple spots, but again, that changes the paint or the ink in a way that I don't mind. And then because I didn't ink this one, I'm just gonna grab some nope, wrong bottle. I'm gonna grab my walnut stain. And just kind of run it over the bottom here. Oh, that's not really working the way I want, but it's okay. Oh, sorry, I didn't have you in focus. Here we go. Run it over the bottom a little bit. Go ahead and run it over the top too. Just kind of make it dirty. Yeah. And then we take and we glue it on 3 sides. I gotta get a little stand, or make a little stand for my glue. That's where that 3D design process comes in. Put that on my list of things to do. So we got a little stack pocket there now. Pretty. I'm gonna leave this middle page as is. Put some decorative on there somehow with the Stardew Valley decorations. We have another pocket, and I'm going to put glue on 3 sides. You'll notice I'm squishing the nozzle down as I squish out the glue. That helps me to not put as much glue down. Okay, now what do I want to do to this side? Ooh, you know what? You know what would look pretty? Let's take this across here, fold it up, and then right here we can take this piece and glue right there. And then that way we have this beautiful decorative and then information. Yeah? Yeah. Okay, we're leaving the middle as is. This page is where I want to put the scarab. I'm going to do the scarab sideways. Put it right there like that. Okay. Over here. No. No. Yes. Right here. Fold it over. Some glue. Right here in the middle part. Make another little flip in, tip in, flip in. Another little spot. Okay, and this one is fine like it is, but this side I'm going to make a couple of hinges. We're going to cut this into pieces. And that one might be a little wide. And then we're going to fold them in half. Okay. Add some glue. Set the very edge of the hinge against the very edge of the tag, just like that. Stay put. Doesn't want to stay put, but just make sure the edge stays on the edge. Okay, and then tab number 2, same thing. You'll see me put my glue bottle down sideways a lot, because that seems to be the only way I can keep it from returning all of the glue back to its owner. Gravity. Okay, and then I'll put a third one in the middle. And there we go. Now once I've got those where I want them and they've dried just enough, I will take and put glue on these sides. And go at the edge of the page. Put them down. Hold them tight. And burnish them. Press it down real good, because if you slide it too much, it'll slide the tag. And then check to make sure it opens right. And then just press it down here. And voila. We have added tag or hinges. Press it down a little longer if you need. Okay. I don't have anything for these. Oh, I got one more little pocket. I'll put another little pocket in. I don't have anything from the last page, so I think that's where I'm going to put the big tag. Now, the question is, how do I want to put the big tag? Normally I would say Velcro dots, but I don't have any Velcro dot bags. So I can't do Velcro dots. I don't have any good tape that'll let me do what I want to with it. So I know what I want to do. I know what I want to do. Here it is. I am going to poke the hole right there. Take me some thread. I'm going to take quite a bit of thread. Take it like this. Take the thread and put both ends through the hole. I'm gonna have to make this hole bigger. Now take both ends of the thread and put them through the hole. There's one. Come on now. You know you want to. Alright, take both ends, put them through the hole. And then put them through here like this. Alright. That's simple enough. We got that. We all know what we're doing here. Alright. But to keep it in there good and tight, I'm going to go back and I'm going to knot this, which I probably should have done in the first place. But it's okay. Okay, cover that like that. And then we are just going to go back and forth through this hole till I run out of string. Okay. And then tie it off like that once. Back through the hole one more time. And through there. Okay, and then we take it on the back side and put some glue on this part right here. See what happens when I don't leave it sideways? Put a big glob because you want it to soak in and hold that down. We've got it tied off twice, but you want that to hold down right there. Okay, and that's all the ephemera I'm putting in here right now. I will be back with a whole set of Stardew Valley editions to put in on another day. Alright, thank y'all. Have a great day. Make sure you're subscribed to catch the next part of this video. And I will see y'all in the next part. Laters.